Okay, hi everybody. I promised you all that we would do the Lorac Pro Palette Fairytale Forest. Excuse me, my hands are wet. Today I'm using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. And this is the color Santa Fe. So I'm going to sponge this on my face. And I was downstairs this morning and I was thinking about a couple of things that I wanted to talk with you guys about. When I do my card reading, I do have a website, but my card decks are on back order, and they've been on back order for 3 years. I'm using the CoverGirl blush Soft Mink on my cheeks. Actually, I think I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm just going to gently swirl this on my cheeks. This is a classic color, classic smell. Today's not so much about the makeup as it is about the eyeshadow. And to tell you the truth, I'm a little nervous because doing it in front of you guys is way different for me than doing it in front of my magnifying mirror downstairs, which I told you about, is connected to my window with suction cups. And it's the perfect lighting. It's the perfect... I stand up. I have everything lined up that I need. So I'm nervous. And I'm not afraid to tell you that. Because I think, how do we build confidence? Well, we build confidence by doing something that, we might be a little nervous about doing. That's how we build the confidence. So that's why I'm here today, to share that with you so that you can feel confident about doing it for yourself. And now I'm going to put on some powder. Remember I told you guys I was looking at getting baking powder? Not baking powder for baking, but baking powder for makeup. I don't see why I can't use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus translucent powder to do that. I already have it. I'm going to be floating around above everybody by the time this is all gone. So I might as well just use this when I do that video. Or if they didn't discontinue it, it's out of stock, because I have been there several times and I can't find it. And it really is a shame. It's a shame. If it sold, then why aren't they keeping it? I know why, because they want to change the packaging on things and they want to pump it out. Which, whatever. That's what businesses do now. But it really is my favorite. So I am powdering my under eyes. Let's get into the eyeshadow palette. Putting my glasses on so I can read the colors. That's another thing I wanted to talk with you guys about. Eyeshadow palettes. There is a little card that has all the names of the different colors on the palette. It's a nice idea, just for my reference. But what do you care? I mean, seriously, what do you care? It's all about the color. So from now on, I am not going to tell you eyeshadow colors. I'm going to point and say, this matte right here, this shimmer right here, or this emerald green here, or this tan here, or this rosy neutral. That's how I'm going to do it. There's some really great names: birch, oak, earth, rosewood, mushroom. Remember, this is Fairytale Forest. Fog, North Star, Komorebi, Enchanted, Butterfly, Wind, Redwood, Folklore, Pine, Grove, Wildflower, Evergreen, and Woodland. All names of colors I love. Okay, so I'm biting off my nose to spite my face here, but it takes too long for the video. So I'm looking at the palette right now, and I'll show it to you. So I think I'm going to use this color, this color, this color, this color, and this color, if I can manage all three of these. If not, maybe just these two. Okay? So let's get into it. I'm using the Believe Beauty Golden Sienna. I'm going to go just around my jawline a little bit. So what was I saying? I was saying there was one other thing that I wanted to talk with you guys about, and that is I don't put foundation on my ears. I don't put foundation on my ears. I'm not trying to change the color of my skin, and I wear earrings, and I have or had more piercings in my ears. I had 2, and I had 2 on this side, but I had years ago, went out with a bunch of friends of mine. I wasn't married yet, and we all decided that we were going to get a second hole or maybe get our ears pierced. And I had already had my ears pierced, and I'm like, I want another hole. And I remember my mother saying, well, that's not going to happen. And I remember saying to myself, well, that's what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, not tell her. So I got this one done. Okay, and my second hole that I got done was done by my neighbor at the time with a needle and an ice cube. And she's like, oh, I've done this all the time. You won't feel a thing. Well, guess what? When they punched this ear, I felt it. When she did my piercing with a needle and ice cube, I didn't feel anything, because she took two ice cubes and she froze my ear, and then she held one ice cube behind and went through my ear until she could feel, the ice cube, and then brought it through. And I mean, she used alcohol, she sterilized. And don't go out and try this. Please don't go out and try this. I'm just telling you what my experience is. The best way to do it, and I had my first 2 done by a doctor, an actual doctor. When I was young, my mother took me to get my ears pierced. So this one was done by a clinic they were having in the mall, and then this one was done by my neighbor. Well, one of these second ones, I couldn't wear any earrings in it. I mean, I couldn't not wear it. Just would always be infected. So I decided, okay, I'm going to let both of these heal up. I shouldn't have let one of them, but I should have just let one heal up and kept the second. But I decided I'm just going to let them both heal up. But it took them a long time to fuse and close. And if I put any makeup or anything like that and it got inside those holes as they were closing, I didn't want a cyst. I didn't want anything happening to my pierced ears, and I don't want anything happening to these. So I leave my ears alone. I will not put makeup on my ears. Period. Okay, I know there are people that do that, but I don't want to do that. All right, let's get into the eyeshadow. Well, actually, it's a light tan. So I'm going to put it right here. Move my hair out of the way. All right. There is some kick up, so I better tap it off. You can actually see it when I go like that. You can see it. But that's okay. You know, even high-end, even some high-end eyeshadows have kick up. All right, now I'm going to use, I said I was going to use 3 colors. I'm going to use that mauve-y color from my inner corner to here. And I am using the fluffy brush to put it on. I probably could pack it on with a more dense brush, but I'm using this fluffy brush to pack it on. Same with this side, same thing. And I'm not going all the way over. I don't want to go all the way over. I don't want to pack all this eyeshadow on my lid. All right? This is kind of a fun, exciting look. This is just a dish towel that I don't like. It's microfiber. I don't like how it works. And I use it to clean my brushes off in between if that's something that, I want to use the same brush. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that, but that emerald green is so pretty. You know what? I'm going to take the emerald green shimmer, and I'm going to put that right here. And it is not picking up. So I'm going to really smudge it in there. Okay, see that? It's picking up now. I'm just going to put this in the crease right here. And then I'm going to bring it over my eyelid. So I went up really high. But, we can tone that down. You can tone that down just by buffing, just by blending. I'm going to take this emerald green and I'm going to go all the way to the corner above my eye. I need to move in because I cannot see. And I really don't want to wear contacts because I don't really want anything falling in my eyes. Okay, I'm just going to leave that. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to do the same thing right here. I'm going to pack on this emerald green. What are my impressions of this palette? Well, I love the color story. I really do. But I don't... You have to work at it. You have to work at these at some of these colors. That's fairly close, right? Okay, now I'm going to take that emerald green and I'm going to go under my eye. And I'm going all the way over because I want to. I'm in the woodlands. I'm in the woodlands. Maybe I want to be indiscreet in the woodlands. Maybe I want to be peeking out behind a tree and I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want them to... I want to kind of blend in with the forest. All right? If I close my eyes, because I don't want them to see the whites of my eyes. Now that I have these colors on, I'm going to blend just these in gently. Wanted to let you guys know that these shimmers have very, very, very small pieces of, it's not glitter, it's little flecks. Well, because I can't see very well while I'm doing this, that's going to change eventually because I'm going to get a special mirror. I have a nice mirror, but it's not conducive to what I'm doing. Even though it's magnifying on a pedestal here. It's not conducive. Okay, do you see how I went back and I just kind of softened all this up? Softened it all up. See that? Now this side, soften it all up. And I came out pretty close to the tail of my eyebrows. This eyebrow is longer than this one. All right, so I'll just extend that down, I guess. Yeah, look. See that one? This one's longer. We'll fix that later. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush right here, and I'm going to take this fuchsia shimmer. See how I changed my mind? I'm going to spray it with setting spray, my brush. Because I want this to stay put straight up and down in the middle of my eyelid. I don't want to blend this. I want it to stay straight up and down. And I'm going up. I'm going all the way up to my eyebrow. I'm not just doing a little tiny touch. And I'm brushing that all the way up. I'm going to do the same thing to this eye. Probably should spray it again. This fuchsia is monochromatic because when I turn it, turns another color that way. You see what I'm saying? Depends on how you look at it. I see it as future. I see it as fuchsia straight on. I'm going right over my crease. Somebody said, don't go just up to the crease. Who said? Who said that? I want it to look like this. This is artistic license. I want it to look like this. Can you see? Closing my eyes. Now, the cool thing about this is once you get up to here, if you want to fan it a little bit under your eyebrow, you can do that. Okay, go up and then fan it a little bit under the eyebrow. You can do that. All right? Yeah, I think I'll use that. I'm going to take that shimmer. So now I'm going to use my finger. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's what I want. And I said I was going to use 4 colors. And I am. I'm going to go all out. Fairy Woodland. And I'm going to use this matte color right here. All right, you ready? I'm putting it right like this. On this side, I'm putting it right like that. See how dark that is? But I don't want it to override the emerald green. So now I'm going to go back and I'm going to pick up just a little bit more of that emerald green and place it right next to it, but not over the pink. Which it's not really pink, it's fuchsia, and it's monochromatic, so no matter how you look at it is a different color, which is neat because when you think of the woods, if the sun is shining through, it can look one way, and if it isn't, it could look another way. So that's all I'm using for eyeshadow. I need to put that aside. Need to get another fluffy brush. And now I'm just going to softly, very softly, blend that over like that. Very softly. I don't want to blend them all together because I don't want to go over this. You see what I did? So I made like a V here. And we can clean this up. We really need to stop worrying about perfectionism. And that's kind of one of the things that I love about some influencers on, I would rather say content creators, but some of them are influencers. They're okay with stepping outside of the box and just using their artistic license to do something different. All right, so I told you guys we were going to clean this up. And I'm going to just, personally, I would leave this. You know why I'm doing this? Because this is what everybody says you have to do. And I don't feel like I should have to do it. But I am going to lighten this side up a little bit. And now I'm going to take my finger and just soften the edge of that. Okay, this is not what I would call an everyday look. This is if you have some time and you want to play, or you're going out someplace special. And I haven't even done my eyelashes yet. I want to fix my eyebrow. I want to bring it down. I want to bring this eyebrow down a little bit. I don't pluck. This is just the way they're growing. Or not. Because I'm a mature woman. All right, I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and then we are going to try the Telescopic Lift. All right, are you ready to go? I'm going to use the regular telescopic on this eye, and on this eye I'm going to use the Telescopic Lift. And we're going to compare only with one coat. Okay, just one coat, and then whatever one I decide I want to use, I will continue putting coats on. So on this eye, we've got the regular L'Oreal Telescopic. Now I've got mature eyelashes, okay? This is one of my favorite so far. It's one of my favorite mascaras. And I was going to replace it because it's been probably more than 6 months, actually. All right, this is me just going over the way I would normally do for one application. Okay? Now we're going to do the other side with the Telescopic Lift. We really need the comparison, right? Okay, so this side is the regular telescopic, and this side is the Telescopic Lift. All right, I am confused. You're supposed to use the double hook. So the double hook bristles to comb through from root to lift to tip. And then you're supposed to use the other side to deposit the mascara. Well, you know what? What I did it backwards. I used the flat side to deposit the mascara on my eyelashes, and then I used the double hook to comb it through because I didn't read the directions. I just did what my intuition told me to do. And that's one coat. Now, if you're looking for a straight-on, natural, separated, then I would get the Telescopic Original. If you want more volume and you want more length, then the Telescopic Lift is meant for you. You can get length with this too if you apply more applications. But honestly, I like them both. But they're not equal. They're not. It depends on what you're looking for. Okay? I can get separated long lashes with the original L'Oreal Telescopic. You put 3 coats of this on, you can get a lot of length. For me, at my age, this is my preferred of the two because this gives me the volume, like it makes my eyelashes look thicker. And I can also create length with this mascara. So I'm going to apply another coat. Okay, the double hook. Where are you? I think it's right here. I'm sorry, but this is so hard doing it in. Can you see it? I can. Okay, now I'm depositing some of the mascara from the flat side. And really, it all depends on what you want. If you want that thick, chunky look like this, which I personally like, then that's what you would do. Okay, I'm going to try it on this side. I'm not even going to dip it back in because I want to give this eye some of the Telescopic Lift. Let's put on some lipstick and call it a day. I like the mascara. I like the Telescopic Lift. I can understand why there's hype about it. I like them both, but you know what I said and why I said what I said. White Wedding. I should have remembered that. This is a matte. It's a matte. I wouldn't say that it's creamy, but it's not dry either. And I like it. So there you have it. Let's set the makeup, okay? This is the Charlotte Tilbury, as you've seen me use before. And by the way, since this is setting spray, and if your hair is giving you a hard time, and you've got someplace you have to be, right? Like it just got in my hair. If I just make my hair the way I want it to look, because it's a little wet with setting spray, it acts like hairspray. and it'll stiffen up, and then I can run a comb through it. And go back and just do a little pounce of the setting spray. And that's it. Be well, be blessed, be beautiful, because you are, because there's nobody else on the planet like you. You know the drill. If there were other people on the planet like you, they'd be robots, because you are an individual and you are unique and you are what makes up you. So that's important. Until next time. Bye-bye.